So we made it to Belfast. My wife's getting our son out and getting him geared up for the weather here because it's pretty cold and windy here today. But we are going to check out Belfast and let's get a little icy on this.
It's really cold, buddy.
We don't know we have a pedal.
So this event takes place in downtown Belfast, February 23rd to the 25th, 2024. So walking around, checking out all the sculptures that are made, very interesting, from anchors to dogs to many different things. It was very, very busy because there's so many different things going on that day. They're out there rowing and they're having children's games, carving demonstrations, hot cocoa bars, weaving demonstrations, and warming stations all throughout, carriage rides, and just so many different things going on, from glass blowing. There's just so many different things happening that day. So I lost Julie, had a call. I think she's coming through the intersection here, but it's crazy busy down here. So there's so many different things you can go do and explore that day in Belfast. And Belfast is a really cool place to go check out anytime throughout the year. The details you see of these sculptures are just incredible. This dragon, I'll zoom in here so you guys can really see the attention to detail this is, and it's very incredible. And now you can see Maddox playing with one of the games they got going on there to be active and enjoy everything going on. So let's get into a little bit about the ice carving and what it goes on to make it happen. Ice carving actually dates back centuries ago to northern China. They made what was called ice lanterns, and it was an artistic but utility purpose. So what it would do is it would keep the flames from being snuffed out by the wind, and eventually over time it's grown into what you see today. So an ice sculpture that's sitting in a room temperature would last over 12 hours depending on the conditions and design of the sculpture. The fine detail of the sculpture starts to disappear within the first 4 hours, and their overall shape and form of the sculpture lasts much more longer. After 12 hours at room temperature, approximately 70% of the ice still remains. So whether you're creating a 5-foot sculpture or a very small piece, the same techniques are used and applied. The size of the sculpture is determined, and then large blocks are produced. A design for the final piece is usually conceived before any carving takes place. Once a sketch has been produced, the sculpture gets to work. So you can see right here them actually splitting a piece in half, so you can actually kind of see how they get some of the sizes and stuff like that. So that was very interesting to see too as well. So the first stages of the sculpting are usually undertaken with an aid of a chainsaw, either using the sketch as a guide or going by eye. The sculptor slices large chunks from the block, leaving a very rough outline of the final ice sculpture. The sculptor must be very careful not to threaten the structural integrity of the block while achieving the desired level of detail that they are looking to try to get. Even the simplest of ice sculptures can prove to be an eye-catching spectacle that turns heads and creates memories. So the different video clips of these sculptures being sculpted, carved by these ice carvers, ice artists, whatever you would like to call them. You can see different techniques, you can see them sketching, you can see outlines and different things like that, and the process of how this gets finished off a little bit. It was extremely windy that day, and it was hard to get any real audio with this, so I kind of walked around and got the best I could of each sculptor going through, doing what they were doing their best at. It's incredible to actually witness this with your eyes. This is the first time I've actually seen them actually sculpting it. I've gone through after the fact and checked it out. You can see the behind the scenes of how they're going to put this on the insulated board. It was very windy. They had to keep chasing the insulated board around, but they're trying to get that on there so they can preserve that and not crack it, break it. The artist can sketch on top of what they want to do, and kind of very interested to see all this. And you'll see different techniques, and all the sculptures here are being made by the artists with their own tools. That is the one rule. They have to provide their own tools. So you'll see everything from chainsaws to chisels to hammers and everything like that being processed step by step to make the sculpture they're desiring to make. These two individuals, I thought was really cool to watch them do that, taking a chisel and a maul and just tapping and tapping till they got what they were trying to make, and it was very cool. you can see the audience was really enjoying watching all this, and there was so many different ones going on at the same time that when they were kind of taking a break, warming up, the other one was going at it. So a very cool technique seeing everything be done. So I do recommend if you are ever in Belfast, Maine, at the time they're doing the ice festival, you stop by and check it out because there's so many different things going on, and it's a great time to go check out local businesses there too as well, restaurants, and enjoy local food, support local small businesses, and see all the different techniques of how they carve these sculptures. It is very cool. And you can see the brush they're using, scraping out some of it to see what's there. They're still chiseling right away. You can kind of see the shape kind of off the side there, a little bit of what they're trying to make. So it's very cool to see all this, to see all the blocks of ice get wheeled in there and get set up, and everyone's watching what's going on. They block part of the road off, so there's easy access, so you don't have to worry about anything. And the other sculptures that have been made prior to the festival are all through the town at different intersections and different blocks, in front of different businesses. So it's very cool to see this. And just an incredible time to go walk around and experience everything that's going on. So hopefully this video encourages you to go to Belfast and check this out and experience this, or look into local events in your area about ice carving or other festivals and enjoy what's out there, because there's so many different things out there every day, every weekend that's going on, even in your neighborhood, that's worth checking out, and just go out and enjoy it. So yeah, definitely very cool. A lot of stuff to see. Obviously, I didn't cover a quarter of it, but it's pretty cold. Julian Maddox ran back to the car to get warm. I'd say he's probably tuckered out, so we're gonna head on to the next journey, whatever it may be. But definitely very cool. Belfast, Maine, the ice festival here. Very, very cool, and highly recommend checking it out if you're ever in the area in February when they do this. Very, very cool stuff going on here.